Hello, my name is Evernoob, and this is a little bit different of a video compared to my ongoing survival series. Today, I what? Let's see, how do I phrase this? I want to do something a little different. What I have is 5 examples of, I guess you'd call them non-vanilla trees built in a vanilla style, right? So this is kind of like a way to think about terraforming. If you kind of like want to keep the game vanilla wherever you're building your base and whatever, it's a way to have kind of some new tree types without a traditional vanilla style. So I mean, I've done a little bit of not terraforming, but a little bit of landscaping on some of these. But yeah, the first up we have this palm tree here. And what I'm going to do here is I'll show you how to build it. So do I have a... Let's just go over here. So all of these... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I either go 3 or 4 with the first bunch here, and then -1 for the just a little outside thing. So here it's 3 and 2. This one's 4 and 3. And I don't think I had any... You could probably go 5 and 4 or 5 and 3. Maybe you'd have to adjust there, but... The goal of each of, or kind of the aim of this video with all of these is to kind of think about like, and I don't even know if this is true, but like how Minecraft would generate, like there's kind of have set formulas, right? So we got 4 there, then we go, and I'm just using strip jungle logs, throw some vines on there, a cocoa bean. These are supposed to be kind of like the coconuts, and then I have birch leaves. So I gotta remember how I did this now. Yes, okay. So you put 1 on top, so you got 4 jungle wood, and then 3, and 1, and then this one make a 3x3 and 1 on top. Now these are kind of tricky because having to remember myself. Actually, I don't think there isn't 1 on top. That's right. Because they don't actually touch. It's kind of an effect you're going for with the leaves. I want to say we're doing the same here. Yes. So, oops. And then we're also putting 1 in the corner of each. It's kind of getting there, but it still looks kind of boxy, right? So you want to add a little bit. You just throw another one at the bottom of these ones that are centered. Sorry, this probably isn't the greatest tutorial. Let's turn on the music in case I come up with something intelligent to say at some point. And now there, kind of have a cool looking palm tree that you can replicate and keep going. Kind of like I just added a bunch of sand on this beach and kind of made it look, but you can see it looks vanilla, but it's obviously not quite, right? That's kind of the aim of all these. So next, head over to the swamp. And here I have, what do I have? These guys. So I need acacia leaves, oak log, and spruce log, dark oak. Sorry. But that's to get this sort of look, which is kind of like a bayou feel, right? You'll have some sunken logs and whatnot. These are nice and easy. Just go up to like a lily pad or something on the side of it. Oops. Or that. Pretty easy to make that happen. But with these, the goal is, while it's completely open because they're only 1 block wide, it really like kind of crowds and gives it like this really, I guess bayou is the word I'm looking for. But yeah, that kind of feel. So with these, what I have done for each one is they're all from the surface of the water, right? So let's go right over yonder here. Surface of the water is dark oak, and then going up, I just go in. I pick an odd number to go up, which is between 7 and 15. So let's go 1, 2, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm gonna go 9 on this one. You come down one, you put that guy there, and then somewhere down further. I mean, you can even do. Well, I guess that is just one. You can put another one, not on the same side, but any of the other 3 sides. You put another guy like that, and that's basically it. Then to fill it in, you fill in the top. One on top. I gotta remember, it's been a while since I've actually done this one. And then, 2 rows of 3 from the center there. That gives you this nice kind of wide top. And then around this guy, oops, you just want to cover everything up, and then one on top and one on the back. That's right. And boom. Yet another one. And then if you want, obviously you can, well, I guess this one wouldn't be floating, will it? Would it? Throw a couple lily pads around it. But yeah, it's kind of like the Bayou Oak. And I really wish Minecraft had like a really kind of like this colored green log, like a swamp oak or something like that. I think that would be a really cool addition. Now that we've got, we've got the crimson, what is it called? Hyphae. We've got the cherry wood coming. The mangrove and the jungle all kind of have like a pink to red hue. Wish there was one that kind of had a green hue. But, all right, next we are on to, get these two, whoops, acacia leaf styles. These guys. And this is more like mini trees going along, like, as you can see here, a path, right? Really nothing special about them. But, really like the way these kind of come out. Oops, I forgot one thing back here. Let's go back. Well, I can actually just go up top. So to make one of these guys, real simple. Up, 1, 2, oops, 2, 3, 4. Is it the 4th one they branch out? Yes. 4th, we just go like this on all sides, and then 1 on top. Or is it 2 on top? That's why. 1 on top, followed by a moss block, followed by this. Obviously not right. God dang it. Let's see. Fence. There. Yeah, it's 2. That's right. And again, obviously you don't have to follow this exactly. Make things however you want. The idea, as I said, is just about getting kind of in the rhythm of, like, it's kind of how I like to do terraforming, so it still kind of looks like the game. You can make amazing giant trees in this game, but I prefer kind of like, at least starting out in a new area, what I'll want to do is kind of make it so it looks like it's still vanilla. But as you can see there, all I did was just covered up around any place that had the, you could see like these forking out style fences. And once you got that, that's all there really is to it. And you just come back, switch out some of these for some azaleas wherever you want. Kind of get a, and that's, oops, and I forgot, I prefer it with this moss block covered up myself. Kind of hide that. And that's all there really is for that. They're kind of like, yeah, they look like a really well taken care of, sort of manicured type tree. On to the next one. We have here, I have two different sets. And this is kind of like, I did it up here in the mountains. Back here, I started doing a cherry blossom. This is kind of an old project I forgot about and just thought I'd come here and do it because I just keep thinking about them if I don't. But yeah, here I have two sets of kind of like dead trees almost. So the first one, let's get this, polished basalt, cobbled deep slate wall, and mangrove roots. I believe all these are the exact same height if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like. All right. So, why don't I go sleep first? Much easier to see what I'm doing. All right. So, first one we're going to do is kind of this one that looks like it almost recently died or something. I don't really have a distinction between these two, but let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One on top, one on a side, one on another side, and then the other one, we want to take it and turn it in some way. So I think all of these have like two. I kind of got to look now. I don't remember how I made them. Yeah, there's the turn. Okay, never mind. Drop all this down one is what I want to do. So you want one there, and then the other two you want them, and then you leave this one block tall. And then, same thing here. You just cover up any spot. You can easily see any point of these cobbled deep slate walls with the mangrove roots. And what you'll end up with is sort of a cool sort of spiraling shape. It kind of just goes up and around the tree. Again, pretty easy. And the other one is this style dead one. You need dead. I like dead fire. It looks the most like it has a bark texture to it to me. And cobblestone wall, dead bubble coral. The fans, I don't think it matters too much. I went a little crazy with the different types of dead coral on these, but first let's just build the very first structure. These are only 5 of, yes. So 5 tall, so let's go, well, that's right by one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this one, if I remember right, that's what it was. On this one, pick any 2 to go up, the other 2 go out. Or 3, doesn't matter. I'm going to go that route. And then with our bubble coral, the ones that come out, you put one on each end like that. Here, I think you always just keep it in line, so it's like this, right? I'm trying to remember myself here. And then at the top, you just kind of seal it in with that. Then, on each of these, you can either go on the side like that or on the bottom like that. Again, this is really up to your imagination type thing. Actually, these top ones I save for something else. So let's go grab that. Hanging roots, we'll need those. And then I have, 2 different types of dead coral. I got the horn and the fire. So the fire goes on top, and then these all around. And then underneath, just put these wherever we have something hanging down. And that is kind of the other style. This one, I don't know. This one, I kind of threw it together. I liked it, then I didn't like it, and I liked it again, so there's obviously room to wiggle. But again, this is about like almost thinking in, patterns or numbers when building rather than, focusing so much on one tree or anything. It's kind of the way to like I said, non-vanilla in vanilla almost. But all right, finally and lastly, this one right here, we have. I'm gonna put it here. Just move that over. Acacia, spruce, and then I actually switched from the slabs. I actually went with the mud on these. The diorite slabs and walls end up looking, they're not as distinct, but I kind of like this. It makes it look warm. But what these are kind of like a wind-blown tree coming out of a cliff. So in order to do this, first you got to it's kind of dependent on the environment, right? Like I found this random cliffside and had this idea, so I just wanted to see if I could kind of make it work. But you have to imagine the way the wind flows through the cliff. So it would come through, here and probably turn like that, right? So, in order to kind of give it this effect, dig in to the mountain. And I think I usually came out about 3 or 4. Then do that, one on top, 3, kind of like before with the palm trees over there. That's the word. And then from there, I gotta remember how I did this kind of thing. Yeah, this one's kind of already turning that way, so it's a little trickier to see. But this one is all about putting in like walls and stuff as branches. And these, I have less kind of a thought for how they're going exactly. But just so that they all kind of face the same way. Another thing that you can do to kind of sell this illusion a little bit, if you just put in your mountainside something like that, like it's actually kind of growing out of the mountain. Maybe let's see, let's go with a slab. This just kind of helps with the effect because you can see that it looks like it's going into the mountain more type thing. But then finally on this, cover all the walls again. The only thing is, whichever side you imagine the wind is coming from, like this side, you don't put any leaves there. You leave that bare. And then you cover up everything else. And that. And then boom, boom, boom. Don't get I can get kind of bad myself about like worrying a lot. Like these rules, obviously they're not mandatory or anything, but like if you make a mistake and you don't see it, unless it's noticeable from like another angle or something, I wouldn't worry about it. Like here, I'm trying not to place any leaves on this side of it, but obviously that one there, it's still on the side, but I know there's a couple of them I did it anyway, so it's like how to think in vanilla almost, but also not be, trapped by it. I think it's always kind of the imperfections that make it interesting in this game. And with that all said and done, and even if you want to, you can even, add some on your more peaking type things. Yeah, it kind of has like a wind-blown tree look to it almost. I mean, is it perfect? No, but yeah, this was kind of just a random idea I had floating around. Whoa. Well, hello. And yeah, I haven't really done much with it. This is kind of another test world where I just kind of play around with things. Sometimes I'll play around with build palettes or what have you. Actually, I think we can go see the old remnants of one of my previous builds. But again, this is like, as you can see, it gives it a vanilla look with, even though it's not a vanilla build. Like those kind of look like they naturally fit in the game as the game, generates. And that's kind of what I'm going for in here. Yeah, there's my construction ideas build. If you want to go check out a previous video. I think that's my worst one on YouTube. But anyways, that's all I have for today. I've been Evernoob, and thanks for watching. And I'll see you in the next, whatever it may be, I suppose. Subscribe if you like it. Or leave a like if you like it, rather. Subscribe if you want to, and that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.